The battle between light and darkness raged on, each side fighting for dominance. The very fabric of reality seemed to tremble as the two opposing forces clashed, threatening to tear the mansion apart. It was the voice of Lee Min-hyun, his tormented spirit reaching out from the depths of the cursed mirror. His presence added an eerie and unsettling dimension to the battle, as if his anguish had become an integral part of the malevolent force. As the ritual reached its climax, the mirror's glass began to crack and the malevolent energy waned. Hae-jin Park shattered the mirror, releasing a blinding burst of light that consumed the room. When the light subsided, the mansion stood silent and still, as if the malevolent presence had finally been exorcised. Kang Ji-hoon and Dr. Hae-jin Park, battered and exhausted, stood amidst the shards of the cursed mirror, victorious but forever changed by their encounter with the supernatural. The haunting storm that had brought them together had finally abated, leaving behind a city shrouded in an eerie calm. The officer's personal demons had been confronted, and the darkness that had ensnared Lee Min-hyun had been vanquished. But as they made their way out of the decaying mansion, they couldn't shake the feeling that their battle with the malevolent force had only been the beginning. The supernatural world held many secrets, and the horrors that lurked in the shadows were far from vanquished. In the aftermath of their harrowing encounter, Kang Ji-hoon and Dr. Hae-jin Park emerged from the decaying mansion, their bodies and spirits drained from their battle against the malevolent force that had haunted them. As they stepped into the eerie calm of the night, Kang Ji-hoon couldn't help but feel a sense of closure and relief. The darkness that had plagued his family for generations had been confronted and, for the moment, vanquished. Lee Min-hyun, whose tragic story had brought them together, had found a measure of peace. But in the world of the supernatural, closure was a fragile and fleeting thing. Kang Ji-hoon knew that the forces they had battled were ancient and relentless. They had merely scratched the surface of the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. As they reached out to touch the mirror, a sudden surge of malevolent force sent them sprawling backward. The room seemed to come alive, its walls twisting and contorting as if they were alive. The very mansion itself appeared to reject their presence, as if the evil within sought to protect its dark secret. Desperation gripped Kang Ji-hoon, and he realized that they were facing an entity far more powerful and malevolent than anything they had encountered before. He knew that if they didn't act swiftly, they would become permanent residents of the cursed mirror, just like the tormented souls that dwelled within. Summoning every ounce of their courage and knowledge, Kang Ji-hoon and Dr. Hae-jin Park began a frantic ritual to cleanse the mirror of its malevolence. Their incantations, guided by ancient texts and shamanic practices, sent waves of pure white energy rippling through the room, clashing with the malevolent force that held the mirror captive. Over time, Kang Ji-hoon and Dr. Hae-jin Park continued their investigations into the supernatural, delving deeper into the mysteries that surrounded them. They discovered that the cursed mirror was just one of many objects and entities that bridged the realms of the living and the dead. Their journey led them to confront more malevolent forces, vengeful spirits, and inexplicable phenomena. Each encounter tested their resolve and pushed the boundaries of their understanding of the world. They became protectors of the innocent, defenders against the darkness that lurked in the corners of reality. And so, the officer who had once been bound by skepticism, and the scientist who had dedicated her life to understanding the unexplainable, forged an unlikely partnership. Together, they continued to walk the treacherous path between the known and the unknown, facing horrors that most could scarcely imagine. As the years passed, their legend grew, whispered among those who sought answers to the mysteries that dwelled in the dark. They became a beacon of hope for those who had encountered the supernatural and a warning to those who dared to delve too deep. The storm that had brought them together remained etched in their memories, a reminder that in a world where the line between reality and the supernatural was thin, they would forever be haunted by the chilling events of that fateful night. And so, the tale of Kang Ji-hoon and Dr. Hye-jin Park became a legend of its own, a story of courage in the face of the unknown, a testament to the enduring battle between light and darkness that would continue to unfold in the shadows.